Okay, is it counting down? Yeah. Okay, how you doing, YouTube?
Hey YouTube, I'm LightDarkLX, and today we're going to be ranting on, take it away, Nicholas Bloxer.
We're going to be ranting on the most dumbass episode, okay, well, Michael's opinion, to Uncle Grandpa. And for those who don't know what Uncle Grandpa is, it's about this old pedophile guy who takes care of children. And apparently he's everyone's uncle and grandpa.
And here's the problem just from the title. How is a man everybody's uncle and grandpa? There is an episode in the series where he talks to a dragon and says, I'm your Uncle Grandpa. Is it possible for an old man with an L-shaped head to be the Uncle and Grandpa of a dragon? That doesn't make sense. So already in the title, I'm not even 5 seconds in already, I'm pissed off. What's your opinion?
Well, my opinion is the show's actually stupid, but I find it entertaining. Like, it's not something I'd be like, oh my gosh, Monday they're gonna make a new episode of Uncle Grandpa, oh my gosh. But I would just watch that show, you know, when nothing else is on. It's not something I'd be excited for.
The only episode of that series that I actually got a bit of entertainment from was leg wrestling, because like I thought it was a bit funny, and parts that I on a regular basis like, but not all of it, is that part with Very Nice and Hot Dog Person. I find it kind of funny how like Hot Dog Person always gets hurt and stuff like that, but the show itself is too bad and too stupid for me to like the entire episode.
Yeah, you know, I actually do kind of like Hot Dog Person and Very Nice too. I don't know why, but it's just something about Hot Dog Person so glum and how he's always getting into a mess with Very Nice. I don't know, something I kind of like about that too. But other than that, I find the show to be complete retarded. I mean, you check this. In the pilot, he came to some fat kid stating that he's their uncle and grandpa, but there was actually an adult joke in that episode where the mom came in and he was like, that's just like Uncle Grandpa. Michael, lower that down.
I understand.
Oh. There's actually a part where he said, oh, that's just like Uncle Grandpa. He comes in, shows you a good time, and leaves, just like your father. Which was actually a very adult joke. No wonder the show was so...
Yeah, I mean, that Target, don't even say it's like for preteens or somebody else, it's for kids. I would say from like 5 to like 11 is their highest. And I bet that like kids from that age wouldn't get it. But if you're like me, I do get the joke, and I can tell you that it was very dirty. How are you gonna, like, what happened to their parents when the room and they showed that pilot on TV? I know that they did it, but still, I know a parent would definitely get that joke, and then they won't let their kids watch it. And just that tiny loss in rating could affect the show.
I know why, and there's also another part where the kid literally got horny off of a computer and he lactated.
And it was very actually, who's your favorite character in the show?
You got me there. Hang on. Well, Pizza Steve.
In my opinion, sorry.
Is it? No, you go.
Anyways, in my opinion, my favorite character in the show is not Uncle Grandpa. Uncle Grandpa is my most hated person on the show. My most favorite person is Pizza Steve, just how he like loves himself so much. I find that very interesting. And I actually, if they like cancel Uncle Grandpa and made a show called Pizza Steve, I would actually watch it. I actually like how Pizza Steve is. And my second favorite person is Giant Realistic Flying Tiger, because she doesn't talk, she doesn't do anything, and I find that contributes to the show because there's less foolishness.
Yeah, well, Michael, to be honest, I really don't like Pizza Steve because he's kind of a dick. Like, the way how he just lies about his life and all that crap kind of gets me mad. Giant Realistic Flying Tiger, even though she doesn't talk, I mean, I like her, but she's not my favorite one. Uncle Grandpa, as most of you guys would know, was clearly not my favorite. besides the fact how he calls a flaming sword a letter opener. I think that's what he called it, a letter opener. But I think my favorite has to be Mr. Gus, because I find that I like him better because he's the quietest, and I don't know why, I just kind of like him. He seems like the most normalist out of everyone there.
Yeah, like the reason I don't really favor Mr. Gus is like more personal, because like the voice actor for Mr. Gus, I like watch his other work, and I like think, oh man, he just hit rock bottom. Because he like voices like the Cleveland Show, and the show that I'm personally fond of, Chowder. Like he was Schnitz up for the first few episodes. That's why I like him. Search him up, his name is Kevin Michael Richardson. And like seeing that he was on Uncle Grandpa all shows. I mean, I know the show is supposed to be silly. That's their deal. But the difference between silly and dumb. Chowder is silly. SpongeBob is silly and dumb. Uncle Grandpa is about 10% silly and 90% dumb.
Can't argue with the math there. Nah, but I find that Uncle Grandpa is actually, yeah, no lie, Uncle Grandpa actually is kind of 90% dumb. But I don't know, just sometimes I don't know, sometimes you just can't even argue with the logic. I mean, have you guys seen this RV? On the outside, his RV is small as crap. If you look at the door, it will look like Mr. Gus can't even fit through that. But yeah, I remember one time when they went on the inside, it looked like everything was kind of like floating in space. There was like isometric rooms. I think there was like a waterfall in there, rainbows leading all over the place. That was just completely bullcrap.
And yeah, I remember all of them have their own separate rooms. In an RV, if at most you can have like two sides of bunk beds. You can't have everybody having their own separate room. And something else, there's this robot in the show called, I think his name is Little Miracle or something. And one episode where Mr. Gus can't get out of pants, so he does all this useless crap, and then at the end he finally just rips off Mr. Gus's pants. That's just really, really dumb.
Now they actually kind of bring up the topic of Little Miracle. I don't know. I didn't even remember him, to be honest. But another thing that really makes me mad about Uncle Grandpa is like, I ever notice how that one episode where I think they were trying to make Mr. Gus feel better or something like that. I'm not sure if they mentioned this, but who the hell was driving the RV if they're all in the hallway? And you can clearly see throughout the window that the clouds are moving, so clearly someone has to be driving.
And it's like, that's mainly the reason why I just don't like Uncle Grandpa in the first place. There's just so many things that get me mad. And something, like in a show, it's really easy to get me mad. But still, and plus, there's a lot of like really good actors in that show. It just makes me feel bad. Like, how can they get Tom Kenny? If you don't know Tom Kenny, that guy voices SpongeBob all this time, and he also voices Ice Kid in Adventure Time. And
really?
Just thinking of him on that show, it just boggles my mind. And something that really confuses me is, how does this show, how is it not done yet? How did they not cancel it yet? I barely felt myself laugh. In the entire series, I only laughed like 2 times.
I wouldn't even laugh at that show. The most I would do is giggle or blow a huge puff of air out of my nose. But other than that, I wouldn't really relate to that. I don't even know why, but
I was like Chowder. I hate going back to the boat. He used to be, he like worked on Chowder. He wasn't the creator, but he actually worked on Chowder. I think how, like, I used to laugh constantly, even though I watched episodes multiple times. I used to laugh every time I saw the episode.
I know, right? Me too.
And that's what I really like.
Yeah, but I find Keep talking.
Oh, sorry. But the show had so much silliness. It was just all made for a really good show. And I liked it for that. But for Uncle, I actually watched something else.
Alright, talk.
Hello.
Alright, let's go back to what we were talking about, Uncle Grandpa.
Well, I'll just get our plot. Like each plot in each and every episode. I think each episode is like 11 minutes. Like 11 minutes, so half hours. It's still like like the plot of each episode is stupid. I know Uncle Grandpa goes around helping kids and but still, not really in need, but like who need help. Yeah, but most of the kids on that show really do need help. But like some kids, he makes the situation worse. I mean, seriously, like one kid, he eats his homework, he makes him go all the way out to Egypt, and they come back, and he almost gets killed, and yet that kid still likes Uncle Grandpa. In one episode, Uncle Grandpa made all the things in this little girl's room come to life and almost kill her. Yet, I'm sure she got over the fear of the darkness playing games. He literally, and I'm not lying, he shrunk himself and Peter Steve down, went into his brain to control him, and instead of controlling fingers, they control his entire body. And they put it in so much harm. It's amazing how the people.
Your volume's kind of fading away. Michael. Oh no, never mind. You're good. You're good. Like you're making this really funny. No, but Uncle Grandpa, I don't really have that much thoughts on it, but like, I find that show's just like, yeah, I don't know. Especially, that's where like you just named most of the things I wanted to say. But seriously, how the hell do these parents even allow old man, no one even knows how the hell old he is, come inside their kids' houses saying that he's everyone's uncle and grandpa? Hey, I'm everyone's uncle and grandpa. Do you need help with anything? I know. How about you reach inside my belly bag and pull out anything you need? Like, what the hell? That's just freaking stupid. Like, he's like a damn pedophile. Back to you.
And also something else. Continue.
No, I said back to you.
Oh. Okay. Anyways, like, what happens if he like tells this little girl, "I'm your uncle and grandpa"? Then she grows up as like a lot of kids. Then he says, "I'm all of yours, uncle and grandpa." That just doesn't make sense. Is he like their uncle and grandpa by default?
Well, to be honest, I'm trying to figure out how is he everyone's uncle and grandpa. Alright, so guys, think about this. Someone has a mom or a dad, and they're related to that brother, and they're related, and they're brothers. But yeah, he's also his brother's dad. How the fuck does that work?
Okay, I'm guessing like it's one of those shows where like you don't have to think about it, it just is.
I know, but like, I mean, it's something. I know the show something like SpongeBob. Oh, how do they? I don't know. How are fish and sponge talking? Why the heck is
like how his stomach can talk, or like how Mondo can do all that rap and stuff like that.
How the hell does Michael have a talk? How the hell does sorry, why did I say Michael? How the hell does Chowder have a talking tooth?
Yeah. Like it's just one of the things that is, but they like take it too personal. Like in those shows, it's meant to be silly. In this show, they like take it to the real world. Apparently, it's set in the real world. How else is he everybody's uncle and grandpa?
I know, but it's like if you look at it from like a logical perspective, you would actually go through all of that just to figure out how the hell that show come to a show. But I would take Chowder, or I don't know, if you guys notice, we've been comparing the show to Chowder, but to be honest, I would take Chowder over Uncle Grandpa any day.
I'm serious. If I was given a choice to watch one episode of Chowder, my favorite episode of Chowder versus the entire season of Uncle Grandpa, I'll pick my favorite episode of Chowder, which is the last episode Chowder grows up. I love that show to death, and I always will.
I really hate that episode. I mean, it kind of got me mad, because like, that's like the stupidest way to end it. Why couldn't they say, maybe Chowder became a chef and like he didn't need Mung anymore? I found that would have made a better ending instead of saying he grew up. So what? He's still an apprentice?
Yeah, that episode kind of got me mad, but the fact that it ended the series, and like he and Panini had children, and like he's now as an apprentice, I just thought it was a really good way to end the series, and that's why I hope they don't end Uncle Grandpa. They just cancel it out of nowhere.
Oh my god. No, seriously, and that also had me wondering too. Like back then when I heard like people talking about Uncle Grandpa, I'm like, okay, what is this show? Is this something like Adventure Time? But when I look at it, it's nothing like Adventure Time. I mean, yeah, sure, Adventure Time is random as hell, but at least Adventure Time actually has a plot to it. Speaking of Adventure Time, they're also going to make an episode where they're going to show Finn's human dad and not his dog dad. But I don't want to get too much into Adventure Time now. But I'm just saying, like, Adventure Time is random. Uncle Grandpa's random. Adventure Time makes more sense overall. They always have a story to it. It's alright. I was ending anyways.
Okay, and there's something I have a question. I think we're getting close to the end here. But really, what is wrong with Uncle Grandpa? Like I like seeing him in multiple episodes, taking off his eyes, splitting his body into two, doing all that type of stuff. And it's really, just really rough. Like one episode he has, like his heads are ivory, and then he like combines his heads, and they put it back in his body, and then they form his head again. How does that make sense? And also, like I remember you said you don't know how old Uncle Grandpa is, but apparently he's thousands of years old, or at least hundreds. Cause like in the episode where like they leave Uncle Grandpa with a babysitter, he takes off his eye and shows it to all of them, telling them in this voice, quote unquote, "Hey, I'm older than all of you." Which basically means he's of course their grandpa, because a lot of grand people are old. So yeah, he must be really old. Yeah, he's able to do all that stuff with his body.
Especially considering the fact how he's friends with a dinosaur.
Yeah.
But also, there's also an important point I wanted to say about that show, but, damn, there's actually something important I wanted to say about it. Oh my gosh.
Okay, now I have a really good question. I'm like trying as hard as I can to find something, but, how many positives are in this show?
Well, this show's not positive at all, because that show's not even kid-friendly. Number one, they made an adult joke in that show, which we mentioned earlier. Number two, Uncle Grandpa is saying that kids should draw on their TV to color him in. And that they saying, oh, they should take out their erasing hammers and start bashing the crap out of their TV. Like, what sense does that make? What if an actual kid was watching that? Say his grandma was with him, but she was sleeping, and he actually just started banging the crap out of his TV with a hammer. How is that show kid-friendly? My gosh.
Okay, I think we're getting to the end of this video. Now, I said everything I could about this show. The only positive I can actually say about it is it's entertaining sometimes. If I had to give the show a rating, I would give it -2 out of 10. The show is just like it had 0 out of 10 originally. It had 0 out of 10. That was a blessing because of Very Nice and Hot Dog Person. That's basically the only positive I could find in this show. Yes, that's the reason why it's 0 out of 10. But there's just too much bad stuff, which lowers it down to a -2. That's everything I have to say about this show. What's your rating?
For Uncle Grandpa, to be honest, I would actually rate it at least 2 out of 10. I mean, yes, Very Nice and Hot Dog Person contributed, but the fact how I don't know, just sometimes the story kinda is funny, which adds the comedy. So yeah, the comedy and Hot Dog Person, I guess I would give it a 2 out of 10. If you're watching this right now, Cartoon Network, which I highly doubt it,